All right, it looks like we are live. We're double streaming today. Hey, everybody, it's Carolyn Soldo here. You might be watching me on YouTube or on Facebook. So if you see me looking up or down, that's just because I have two screens and this amazing setup here in front of me. But I am excited to welcome you to our 5-day scale challenge. And this is a 5-day series of workshops for coaches and consultants specifically, where I want to help you scale your business with elegance and ease so that you can hit your income goals this year. And the way it's going to work is we are going to be live here every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. And I will walk you through some of the most important things you need to do or keep in mind or focus on as you grow and scale your coaching and consulting business. And we've done something really, really exciting here today because we actually have a chat. And I just want to make sure that everybody here can actually see me. So let me just type in my chat to see if they can see me. Can you see me? If you're watching on YouTube, you might actually need to press the play button, I believe. Yes, awesome. You can see me. Great, wonderful. So make sure that you can see me, hear me okay. Everybody is here. If you don't know me, let me introduce myself to you. Of course, my name is Carolyn Soldo. I am specializing in working with coaches and consultants at different levels. So all the way from total beginners, startup coaches, to coaches that have several years of experience under their belt, millionaire coaches. We have clients that are earning over $100,000 in monthly revenues. And I have recently, this is still brand new, so we have recently been placed on the Inc. 5000 list of America's fastest growing companies. And we'll be revealing our official ranking in just a few days. But let me just tell you, my company has grown by over 3,500% since 2015. So we've been doing this for the last 4 years. We have won the 2 Comma Club from ClickFunnels. That's an award that you receive when you generate over $1 million with just one sales funnel, and we've done that. We have generated over 4 million in revenues last year. We have received the Stevie Award for Coach of the Year and Female Entrepreneur of the Year last year as well. We've been featured in the major media all over the place. We've helped over 1,000 coaches by now launch and scale their business very successfully. And I'm telling you all of this because I want you to know that I know a little bit about scaling your business. And why are we doing this? My goal is to help you succeed in your business. And I just love coaching and consulting so much because we are the people that get to help others. We are the people that get to educate and heal and train and impact and save people all around the world, right? Whether you are in health or career coaching or you're a relationship coach or a spiritual mentor, it doesn't matter. You are someone who is out there to do good things for people and change the world. And my mission is to help you succeed in business. Because as many of you know, the coaching schools don't always do a good job at showing us how to run a business, right? And when you get into coaching, you want to coach people and transform them and change lives and build relationships. You don't necessarily know how to market yourself and how to sell yourself and how to promote yourself. And you end up struggling in your business where you really shouldn't struggle. So I love business. I have an MBA in marketing. I've grown several multi-million-dollar businesses, including a manufacturing company that my husband and I are running today. So I have experience in business growth in various different industries, and I want to see you succeed. And I also want to tell you about our upcoming event. We not only do these coachings and trainings virtually, we also host actual live in-person events. And we have one in particular from Passion to Profits Live. It's our big annual conference where we have hundreds of coaches and consultants come together in New York City in October for 3 days of massive business fuel to help you get your business to 7 figures and beyond. And I'm going to tell you about that a little bit later today. And I also have a free ticket. Okay, there's a limited amount of free tickets available, and I want to show you how you can get one of those free tickets. Okay. So right now, let me take a look at my chat. If you haven't already said hi, say hi to me either on Facebook or down below on YouTube. I see Hazel, I see Megan, Gail, Tracy is here from my team. Teresa, we have Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Some of my clients are here as well. Who else do we have? Cynthia, Lindsay, Diana. We have over 100 people and more coming in here on YouTube. Lots of people I'm sure watching on Facebook as well. And yeah, have a conversation. Feel free to ask questions below. And the cool thing is that we will actually be pushing out replays. So if you want to go back to any of the content I'm sharing this week, there will be an entire page going out to you with the daily replays posted on the page. So this is almost like a mini course for you, okay? This is almost like a little free mini intensive course where you can, go back to, you can watch the training again, and you can really like dive in and really take action and implement what you're learning. So right now, let's take a look. This is for you. If you are a beginner coach, so completely new, or a more experienced coach, so it doesn't matter what level of business you're at. Any niche, doesn't matter if you are, spiritual, life coach, health coach, career coach, business coach, relationship coach. We have had coaches in all different niches succeed with our signature scale method that I want to share with you. Your goal is to help impact people, right? Really change the world. You want more abundance for yourself. You want more income. You want more freedom. You want to maybe travel. I love traveling myself. I travel all around the world with my clients and with my family. You want to really explore your full potential, and you want to have a really exciting life, right? If that's you, then you're sort of like me and you're in the right spot. But I always say you have challenges and struggles that you don't really have to have. And, the first one is that many of you don't really know the business model of a growing and scaling company. So I want you to really see the business model. Some of you are still unsure of, your niche and your positioning and what makes you unique and why people would choose you over your competition. You're working a lot, right? You're probably working a lot more than you should. You're unsure of your coaching programs, right? And what you're actually offering and what people want to buy right now. You don't have a marketing plan, most of you. And some of you are actually asking, who am I? Am I good enough? Can I do this? Who am I to be a star? Who am I to, go out there and be a speaker or create content and people to actually, look up to me? So there's some mindset challenges. There are some more tactical and strategic challenges. And overall, you want three things. You want a proven business plan, a strategy you can follow step by step by step. You also want clarity, right, on your goals and your purpose. And you want confidence, believing in yourself that you can actually pull this off and you can actually do it. Am I right? Yes, yes, yes. Let me go back to my chat and see what else is going on. Yes, yes, yes. People are saying hi. Lots and lots of people here. That's awesome. So over the next 5 days, I have a very specific agenda for you. Okay, so today I want to get us started by looking at what's preventing your growth right now. So again, from working with thousands, literally by now, of coaches in all different areas and backgrounds, we've learned a couple of things about the biggest challenges and what's really preventing your growth. And I want you to be aware of those things so we can remove them, right? So become aware of them, then remove them so that we don't have any of these stumbling blocks and roadblocks in the way. Then tomorrow, I want to go right to the core, right into the strategy. And that's going to be a 4-step marketing campaign. And that really is the #1 marketing campaign that's responsible for helping my business grow, right? So I've used the same marketing strategy since 2014, 15, really. And I'm going to show you how it works. It really consists of 4 steps. I'm also going to show you the whole math behind it. As you will learn, I'm a very strategic thinker. I'm very step by step by step. I like plans, I like systems, I like blueprints. And so my business is really, strategic in a way. So I'm going to show you what this marketing campaign looks like. On day 3, we're going to talk about the elegant energy of sales. And I'm going to show you how to qualify prospects and close more, but also how to actually feel a lot better when you're on your sales call. So day 2 will drive more leads to you. Day 3 will sell more, feel better about selling. And then day 4, it's all about how to overcome your fear of success and make what I would call a quantum leap. Because in your business, you can double your sales, you can triple your sales. You could go from $5,000 one month and $30,000 in revenue the next month. I've seen it happen. I would call those quantum leaps, right? Not just doubling, but literally quadrupling your revenue if you want to. And how to make that happen. And I'll have some case studies for you. So you see how actual clients, actual coaches and consultants like you have accomplished that. And then on day 5, I have something really special, and I love this the most because day 5 is an 8-week action plan. So I'll give you an actual week-by-week action plan that you can implement to get to your first 10K, your next 20K, your 50K, to whatever quantum leap you want your business to go to. All right, so let me check up here on my Facebook. All good, perfect. So that's our agenda. Now let's see. Problems. Let's see. Okay, number 1. So I want to go back to my chat real quick because I want to make this into a conversation. What I want for you to do right now in the chat is let me know what's the number 1 thing you want from this challenge, because it's an agenda and I have stuff prepared for you, but I also want to know what it is that you want to get from this. So let me know what your number 1 goal is for this challenge, and I'll make sure that I deliver for you, that we're addressing that specific thing. Okay, so let me know what that is. Absolutely. Lead generation. Perfect, Vicky. Yeah, so we'll get there tomorrow. Megan, gaining clients. Yeah, we'll cover that tomorrow. Perfect. Breakthrough and sell clients. Absolutely. So sales. Totally. Yeah, day 3. Generate leads, Kimberly. Yeah, grow my business without fear. Perfect. We'll talk all about the fear on day 4. Business strategy. Jenny says, step by step to scale. Perfect. Okay, so the 8-week plan, Jenny, is going to be amazing for you. On day 5, on Friday, I'll give you the whole 8-week plan. You'll love that. How to keep the pipeline going and fresh, Debbie. Yes, absolutely. Conversions. Self-doubt, pulling things together, tackling advertising on Facebook. Yes, 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 yes. So see what's interesting? Lots of lead generation. Lots and lots of lead generation. Absolutely. And I see that, most coaches will say, Carolyn, I don't know how to get clients. I don't know how to make money in my business. So that's why I have tomorrow, day 2, dedicated to our 4-step marketing plan. And people usually love that the most because they will say, oh my God, now I know how to get clients. Now I know what's missing in my setup, and it'll have an instant impact on you. Perfect. All right. Before we go there though, today, I want to talk to you about what's blocking you, okay? And I would love for you to be really honest with me and be really, open and vulnerable. And in the chat below, let me know if you are suffering from any of those blocks. Because again, when it comes to blocks, step 1 is to become really aware and say, oh my God, I am blocking myself in this way. And this is going on for me right now. Because then you can work on it, you can address it, you can change your mindset around it, you can take action. So awareness and then action. Sound good? Awesome. So block number 1 is something I see a lot of people go through. And this is when you have conditional commitment versus unconditional commitment. So this is a mindset block, okay? So what does this look like? It looks like when things go well in your business, right? When things go really well and you make progress and things are easy and you may be getting clients and you're making money, or you're building a program and you're really creative. When things go well, you're super committed. You're super excited, right? Nothing can stop you. You're so into it. But when things don't go so well, your commitment goes away, right? And that's where I see a lot of coaches sort of fizzle out and they go away and they give up on their big dreams. And it's a shame and it breaks my heart. But I see that as conditional and unconditional commitment. And what I want for you to have is what I would call unconditional commitment. So regardless of what's going on, whether they show up on your webinar or whether they show up on your lives, or whether they don't show up and you get no engagement, for example, your commitment needs to stay the same. So commitment is number one, because building a business will be hard. If anybody out there makes it sound easy, right? And they're posting pictures of them on the yacht or the boat and millions are flowing in, they are full of you know what. So building a business is hard and it requires your commitment. So that's number one. Now, if you're not committed, what happens? There is some self-sabotage happening, right? So self-sabotage in a way where we see clients really addicted to their story, right? So maybe this is you. And honestly, I'm the first one to say, I have some of these sabotaging behaviors myself. So I'm not exempt from any of this, right? But again, awareness is number one. So addicted to your story, where clients will come back and say, but I'm not good at tech, but I can't write copy. I'm just not a copywriter, so I can't do this. I'm not good at Facebook ads, so my business is never going to grow, right? Or I don't like to be in the spotlight, so I just can't do it. You can't be that way, right? So you can't be addicted to your stories. Instead, say, what if you could be good at public speaking, right? What if you could be great at Facebook ads? Or what if you could be good at tech? Because let me tell you, I've had some clients who came into our program saying, Carolyn, I will never be able to set up any sort of funnel online. And then 3 months later, they were coachable and they were resourceful and they changed their story and they said, maybe I can learn, maybe I can try. And I kid you not, they had mastery of all of their tech systems just a couple of months later because they let go of their stories, right? What about striving for perfection? So perfectionism is a huge one that keeps you from actually moving forward, from going out there, right? It's a form of self-sabotage. Playing, or working hard until exhaustion, overworking, literally burning yourself out is a form of self-sabotage. Refusing to implement, right? When you actually constantly question it and you're not actually implementing it, you're blaming other things for your lack of success. This is not working and she's not supporting me and my coach isn't doing it. So blaming external factors. Making money excuses is another one, saying, hey, I don't have the money. I can't afford this or I can't do that. So money is a big one. And also not giving yourself permission. And the list literally goes on and on and on. And I just want to give you a couple here. But the bottom line is that commitment means that you stay loyal to your business and what you said you were going to do long after this mood that you first set it in has left you. So even if things are not going well, you commit it, you put your head down, and you keep going. That literally is number one, right? How do you know so much about me? Well, we're all the same, right? So if you feel like I'm really talking to you right now, that's totally normal because I get it. And I have been in those shoes myself. The people, what's so interesting to me is that people sometimes look at me and they say, well, you have it easy. You have this brand and you have this team and you have these people. And I always say, oh no, you better get ready. The more your business grows, the bigger your problems become. So, it's not about not having problems. You shouldn't be striving for not having problems. You should strive for having good problems or problems that are solvable, right? And adopting an attitude of everything is figure outable. I'm committed no matter what happens and I will keep going. Good? So that's the first thing I had to really get off my chest to talk to you about the mindset, because that is literally block number one. Not even the strategy, it's your mindset where it all starts. Block number two is probably something that you need to fix before any marketing will work. Okay, so this is, pay close attention now. If lead generation is an issue and gaining clients is a problem for you, block number two will probably be something that's impacting you right now, okay? And that is a missing hook, or your message is not compelling. A missing hook or your message is not compelling. Now let this sink in. What does that mean? Think about some of the most successful coaches or the big influencers or the big gurus or maybe even TV shows or, brands you really like. Why do you really love them? Why is it that you can't get enough of them, right? What is it that makes them irresistible? It's what they say. It's what they say to you. It's their hooks, right? So for me, whenever I say, this is how you get clients, I have 50 people around me. They all want to know. It's a big, juicy hook because it's a problem for you guys, right? Getting clients. So if you have any challenges around lead generation, and getting attention online and getting people on webinars or getting people to engage with you, right? It's usually because you are missing a juicy hook and your message is not compelling. People don't know what you do, what makes you better, what makes you different, and you're not choosing the right words to communicate to them what they want to hear, right? What they're thinking. You're not inside of their brain just yet. It doesn't mean you're in the wrong niche. It just means that you haven't learned how to communicate in a way that makes you super sexy and super attractive to people, right? So usually we see this happening when you're very generic in your message, when you're not quite sure what your niche really is and what people really want, right? Or also, get this, when you're trying to sell something to people that they don't want to buy. I see a lot of coaches out there trying to sell stuff and there literally is no market for it. People don't buy it. They don't know why they should buy it or they don't want it. It's almost like, you're trying to sell rehab to an addict. Or, in health coaching, it happens a lot. So, you say, I want to teach busy, overworked entrepreneurs how to, adopt mindfulness and how to take time for themselves and how to get their energy back. But the busy entrepreneur says, forget that mindfulness, forget that, I'm busy, I'm working, I don't have time for it. So you're thinking, but you should have time, but you need this, but you're going to burn out. But your audience, your ideal client, doesn't really want what you have to offer. Okay, they have so many objections and so many habits that go against what you're trying to sell them that it's very hard for you to get them in, for them to pay attention to you, and for them to buy what you want to offer, right? So if that's you right now, if you feel like nobody is really latching onto you, nobody is really interested in your message, the first thing I would say is, let's just be really smart, right? Because in any niche, if it's the health niche or the spirituality or the career or business, any of them, there are certain trends going on. So for example, in health right now, the toxin-free living is huge. The biohacking is huge. So forget the weight loss, forget the mindfulness, forget all these things. Look at biohacking, look at toxin-free living. Look at these trends that are actually happening out there with people that people want to buy. They're Googling, how to eliminate my Wi-Fi and my rays in my house, right? How to eliminate chemicals. They're Googling how to biohack my body. That's really what's hot right now. So, I always tell my clients, it's about your passion. Yes, it's about what you want to do. And I even named my program Brand Your Passions. But more than anything, you need to be smart and you need to sell people what they want to buy. Okay, so this may not be a blocker for you right now, but it might be. So look at what you're selling. And if nobody's buying it, if you have a hard time selling it, maybe you're trying to sell something that people don't want to buy. And if, a quick and dirty check, okay, if you want to check, is go find a competitor. Go find somebody in your field with a program kind of like yours and see if they're successfully selling it. If you find someone that is making money, that has clients, that is actually working with clients and making a difference in your niche with your message, perfect. That's great, right? So if they make money, you can make money. Bam, you got it. But if you can't find somebody that is actually making money, not just a pretty website, actual testimonials, actual case studies, then you should question that. You should ask yourself, are people actually buying what I want to sell, right? And then find that hook, find that juicy, sexy hook that people want to hear in your field, right? To make them buy. And every time you do a live, every time you do a blog post or a webinar on this one thing, their ears perk up and they say, yeah, that's me. I want to know more about that. Really, really important. Because let me tell you, no marketing that you could ever do, no click funnel, no landing page, no challenge will actually help you gain clients if your message isn't on point, if you're not speaking, what your customer is thinking right now. Does it make sense? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Gail, I'm a life coach, helping professional women live into their happiness. Burnout is a big thing right now, but I'm still not sure around a hook around this. Yeah. So Gail, research. Read books, go on Google, ask people, look for competitors who are, really succeeding when it comes to burnout and helping professional women. And see if they're actually buying. Are these women actually buying? It's not that they need what we have. They do need it, but it doesn't mean that they actually want to buy it and they actually are looking for solutions, right? Yes, yes, yes. Gaining clients and lucrative income, Cynthia. Okay. Yes. Okay. Awesome. So you guys are with me. Perfect. So we have block 1, block 2. Let's talk about block number 3. And by the way, who here, let's have a conversation and I'll come back to the chat later. If you're not sure what your hook is, or if you have a good hook, test it, okay? So you can actually put your hook and what you do in the chat right now and then comment, support each other, have a conversation, right? Other coaches may have a really good perspective about what it is that you're trying to sell. Block number 3 is something that you hear people talk about all the time, but it has to do with your pricing. And one thing I can tell you about scaling a business, it's not cheap. It's not going to be cheap, right? So there's things like ads, there's things like systems. Later on, you'll have a team. You will eventually hire someone. And if you are undercharging and you're rolling out there with low prices, you won't have any money to pay for stuff. Okay, so you won't have money to pay for the things you need to pay for in your business. But that's not the only problem. The biggest thing is that in business, you can essentially have two overarching ways to position yourself. You can either be the cheap one, and then you're the cheap guy out there, and people buy from you, and they think I have a good deal happening here. So I'm getting something for cheap. People feel proud when they get a good deal, right? People love getting deals and getting things for cheap, and they buy from you because they get something cheap. That could be one thing. The other way that you can position yourself is as somebody that is a real expert, someone that does things better than other people. So you get better results. The experience is more luxurious. It's more high quality. It's greater. It's more fun to work with you, whatever that is. And so you choose. There really isn't anything in the middle. If you're in the middle, it's sort of like where. So you're either really cheap and you beat the competition by, I'm the cheapest out there. Come to me. I'll give you the best deal. Or you need to be someone who says, you have to work with me because this makes me unique. I'm different because of these things. And these are the results I'm giving you, right? So where do you want to be? You want to be up here, right? You want to be up here. You want to be someone who is positioned as unique and different and amazing. And you're getting amazing results for people. So because cheap doesn't work for you, it's people will associate you with low outcomes, with low quality, and you really for the most part won't have any money to pay for stuff in your business and to scale your business. Because any money you make, some of it goes to you and your family, but part of it comes back for you to reinvest and continue to grow and scale, right? So many of the new clients that we have, especially in the beginning, say, I have to be low cost, I have no experience. But do you really think people work with you because you're cheap and new? I wouldn't want to work with you. If I'm out there and I'm hiring a coach, I want to hire a coach who is confident, who says, this is me and I love it and this is what makes me different. And these are the results I'm creating for people, right? So even if you're new, you have to go out there and really own it. Really, really, really own it, right? The low cost, I'm so sorry, I'm new, but hey, what? I'm going to be cheap for you. Nobody wants that. If I'm going to hire a coach, I don't want no cheap coach. I want a good coach. I want not to pay, extreme amounts. You're not going to be charging millions of dollars for a package. But you know what I'm saying, right? You want to have something that you really love, you value, and you put the appropriate price tag on it. Sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself with the pricing all the time, but I still see it and I have to say it because it still seems to be a block for people where they feel uncomfortable charging for coaching. And as coaches, we have this amazing opportunity to charge, thousands for our services. This is the industry that we work in, right? It's not $50, it's not $100, it's thousands of dollars we can charge for our services because we have such an impact on people's lives and their careers and their businesses and their relationships and their health and everything. We literally have gold in our hands. So we need to value that and really take advantage of it. Yes, 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 right? So who here feels like they're undercharging a little bit? Anybody? Kelly, let's see. So you guys are chatting with each other. That's awesome. Who do we have here on Facebook? Yeah. Okay, so you're testing your hooks. I love it. Perfect, perfect. Norva says, okay, yes, you agree with me. Gail says, yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, so that's something you work on. That's something you work on. And someone might say, hey, fake it until you make it. I don't like that saying because I don't like to fake anything. I want to be real. And, if I'm new, I'll say I'm new. I've only had this coaching business for 2 or 3 months. But guess what? I'm an expert. I've done this before. I've studied this. I have accomplished this in my career. Whatever your credibility factors are. Right. So in the beginning, I gave you this long list of my little like show off pieces there, like, the ink and, the money and all these things. And that's, you should have that too. And it's there for your clients, but it's also there for you. So you know what makes you special and where your value really comes from. So your credibility factors, your experience and all of that, really own it, really know it. Okay. All right. Ready for block number 4? How are we doing on time? Half hour. Perfect. Okay, block number 4. It's the one block that most of you in the beginning said you're here for, right? You said lead generation, you said marketing, you said sales. So block number 4 is what I would call hope-based marketing or a manual marketing strategy. A manual marketing strategy. And to me, this is so simple. I've been doing this marketing, right, for the last literally 4 years now. And when I discovered the way we drive leads nowadays, it literally clicked and I never did anything else ever again. And I'm doing, challenges and we're on YouTube and everything you see out there. Okay, so let me explain that to you. Everything you see me do, everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, this challenge, email, to me is confetti. It's all confetti. This is not really part of our strategy, except it's like confetti that we put everywhere. And that creates awareness that, you guys see me and, you're with me and you're getting a part of our message, right? But it's confetti. So all that social media posting and, even all the events, that's all just confetti. So the more confetti you spray, the more attention you will get. Makes sense, right? But here's where people usually make the mistake. They spray the confetti, which I'm sure you're doing right now. You're posting everywhere. You're doing lives and videos and podcasts and you're writing a book. So you're doing the confetti stuff, but then you don't have a way to monetize the confetti and turn the confetti into clients. Am I right? Yes. And sometimes they even get angry. There are people out there who are marketing, the list building to you and how to do all of these confetti things. But I'm thinking, well, you do all this confetti, but how do these poor people, you guys, turn the confetti into money? It's the secret is turning confetti into money, right? So that's really what it comes down to. So we need to teach you, show you, which is going to happen tomorrow, how to turn all of that awareness and all of those eyes and ears who are on your stuff into a machine that turns them, filters people in and out, and gets them on a discovery call with you, okay? Or sometimes a sales page, right? So it depends on how much you're charging. If you're charging $2,000 or less, driving people to a sales page can work because they can buy at a relatively low price there. But if you're charging anything more than $2,000, you need to have a conversation with people. I believe in that wholeheartedly. I've seen it. I've tested it. Even for myself, charging more than $2,000 will usually not work as well, right, on a sales page. And you need to have a sales conversation. So, you need to definitely have a sales call. And in the beginning, I remember I didn't know where my clients would come from. I remember when I used to be a health coach, actually. Okay, so I launched in 2012 as a health coach after my second son was born, and I was actually a bodybuilder. I did bodybuilding competitions at one point. And I always thought, I have to have the sales page and these buttons, and people will click there. They will email me somehow. They will message me somehow and say, hey, I want to work with you. But it never happened. It never happened because I was leaning back, waiting for them to come to me. You cannot do marketing that way. When you market yourself, you go out there and you pull them in. You reach for them and you pull them in. So your marketing campaign, the 4-step marketing campaign, I'll show you tomorrow. I've been teaching this for many, many years now. Is designed to turn your confetti, your blog posts, your videos, your Facebook Lives, your webinars, everything you're doing, down a funnel, right? Down this machine and on a sales call with you, and later on a sales call with your team, right? So in the beginning, you'll be doing the selling yourself, and later on you can hire people. And we have that now too. We have some amazing sales executives in our business. We call them sales angels. Maybe they're watching right now, I don't know. But they can take the calls for you, and then you go back to really being more of a coach and let the sales team do their job and sell for you. But that's really important. So no hope-based marketing, no launches. Confetti is great, but you have to draw them down a funnel. Okay, so I'm not going to go more into this because we have a whole day of marketing dedicated for this tomorrow. But does this make sense so far? Yes? Kelly, right? Hope-based marketing. Yeah. So the problem with that, and I love that, because you're sort of, you're hoping someone will see it, and you're wishing, and I see it all the time. Whereas I love my numbers. I want to know that if I do, if I invest this much in ads, and if I have these many YouTube videos out there, and if I have a certain number of posts, I want to be able to calculate and forecast how many calls I will have. How many sales calls am I actually generating from that? And then based on those, I want to be able to say, well, if I get 10 calls, I know I can close at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5 clients, right? And then I know, okay, I'm selling this thing for $2,000. If I make 5 sales at $2,000, I'm making $10,000 in revenue this week. And therefore I'm making $40,000 this month. So there shouldn't be any hope. So if you're thinking, well, I don't know how much money I'll make this month, not good. How are you going to run a business? How will you hire someone? How will you know that you can even pay your bills? Right? Super frustrating. And I know what that's like. So I want to save you tomorrow. Yeah, you want to see an ROI. Exactly. And we do track our sales. We use several programs, Jenny. Yes, we actually have Google Sheets that are homemade for sales tracking. But then we also have QuickBooks for accounting, of course. We have Entreport for clients. That's our CRM, where we see how much money is coming in, what our accounts receivable look like. So we have several systems that we use to automate the entire sales. Yes. Yeah, you want to be able to forecast. So when we work together, and by the way, everything I'm sharing with you, I'll go much more in detail at our big event. So I want to show you how you can get a free ticket to that in just a few more minutes here. But the cool thing about the marketing is, let's say you come to me, Vicky, right? And you say, Carolyn, I want to make $20,000 this month. Then I'll be able to say, okay, what is our price point? How much are we charging for one package, right? So for one client. And once I know that, I look at your niche, and I'll know approximately what your lead generation will cost you, right? And I'll give you maybe 4 or 5 ways to generate confetti, right? From there, we can forecast how many people will enter your funnel, and then also know how much that will cost us. And then based on, what we know is the engagement and how many people will actually show up on your sales calls, there might be some no-shows, some cancellations, and a conservative close ratio of maybe 20-30%, we can, project out what you need to do, and also how much you need to invest if you want to invest money in ads to make the $20,000 in revenue. So it's a really, really cool way to, project, be strategic about, you grow your business. So no more hope-based marketing. Yes, yes, yes. How should I know what I can make when I'm just starting out as a coach? Ava is asking. You know what? It's based on several different things. Number one, I would look at your competition. So try to find out what other coaches in your specific field are charging right now. So, go on Google, try to find somebody that's in your niche that has a similar target market, and see if you can find out what their prices are right now. So that's number one. Number two is you need to sort of feel your way into what you can own, right? So there might be some coaches out there charging 10 grand for a program, but you can't even say 10 grand on a sales call. So if you can't own it and really feel confident in that number, it doesn't matter. It's not going to work for you. So you need to sort of intuitively be aligned with the number as well. And it needs to make sense for you to live. Right? I can't tell you how many people I talk to and I say, well, you want to make $10,000 a month, but you're charging $50 an hour and you only have 8 hours a day. It doesn't make any sense. There's no way in hell you're going to make 10 grand. You have to work like 80 hours a week. So do the math and ask yourself, if I'm charging a certain, dollar amount, will I be making the money I want to make in my business too? Because coaching is like anything else. I can buy a car for $500, or I have a BMW outside, right? I can pay $80,000 for it. So I can drive a car for $500, or I can drive a car for $80,000. It's huge. The difference is huge. And what is it? The brand, the quality, right? How confident the owners are, what I'm buying. So really, what I'm saying is that you can almost, play with your price tag depending on how confident you are, what you're offering, what your competition is doing, and how much you want to own. So unfortunately, there's no, formula I can give you for this, but those are some things you can, start with. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Okay, so number 4, hold on, let me do a few more questions here. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Kelly, marketing is not a mountain. Marketing should be very, very automated and very streamlined, right? Because you as a coach, you don't want to be an online marketer, right? So many people get into coaching and they say, I just wanted to help people, but now I have to be an online marketer. And all I do is promote myself. And I hate promoting. And by the way, I hate selling too. So I don't want you to become, a professional online marketer. I want you to actually be a coach and master the marketing and master the sales, yes, but have that be as streamlined as possible so that you can focus in and do what you love doing the most and really be a coach and not become a professional, Facebook ads person. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. So let's talk about number 5. So I promised you 5 blocks and I literally picked out what I think are the 5 most important ones. So here's number 5. Number 5 is the operator mentality. And this is something that new coaches need to learn. And then you have to learn it again and again and again as you grow your business. So I had to learn this lesson several times over and over and over again to really grow my business. Because in the beginning, you do it all yourself. And then as you grow your business, you have to delegate and delegate and delegate more. Every time you delegate, you have to let go of a certain degree of control, right? In the beginning, you have to invest in people helping you in your business. And then later on, you have to invest again, but also let go of some really critical pieces and trust other people that they will do their job. And I can tell you, you will not be able to grow your business to I don't know, maybe 300,000-400,000. So you could probably get to 6 figures for sure by yourself. Maybe a copywriter, maybe a VA. But then in order for you to double that and double it again and get to, your first $500,000, you will need to have a team. You will need to have someone who does operations for you, someone who helps you with your advertising for sure, and maybe even someone that helps you sell. So I have clients in our highest level program, the Powerhouse Coach, and I have a couple right now, Brigitte and Michael from Austria. They're at about 30 to 50,000 euros in monthly income, and they have one sales team member. Okay, so and then they have a customer service person, I think. So they have a small team, but you will need a team. So, in the beginning, and I talk to you guys all the time, right? We talk on our coaching calls, and sometimes I take sales calls, and I'll say, do you have a team? No. Does anybody help you in your business? No. Why not? Well, I have to do it myself. So this operator mentality that you can't hire somebody, either somebody to help you or a coach or a mentor or whatever, is going to hurt you because you cannot do it all yourself, and you don't want to do it all yourself, right? I launched my business because I want to have time, not because I want to work more, right? If I want to work more, I'll go back to get a job. So I want to be in control of my calendar and my schedule. And here's one more thing. You want to be able to go away on vacation, take a day off or several days off, and you want your business to continue to run. So you need a small team, nothing crazy, but you need a team, right? So how many here have resistance around hiring someone? Anybody? I know there's a little bit of a lag. So who here has resistance around, or maybe I should ask, who here has a team? Does anybody have a team? People, maybe a VA, maybe a Facebook ads person, someone doing sales, coaches. Jenny, congrats, hired a VA. Yeah. So in the beginning, you'll probably start with a virtual assistant, somebody who can do, the operational tasks behind the scenes for you. And then from there, you'll probably be hiring someone in marketing. And then maybe you'll hire a coach. You can actually have other coaches help you coach your clients. We have 3 coaches, actually 4 coaches on my team. We have 3 mindset coaches and 1 marketing coach. And then you might also be hiring sales. So there's an actual org chart. When you get to 7 figures, to make your first million as a coach, you need to have some departments in your company. And by the way, when you come to our event, I'll show you what those departments are, and I'll help you make a hiring plan for your business too. So you'll have a sales team, a coaching team, a marketing team, right? You have an operational arm. Maybe you have an admin to do customer service for you. So there's this whole team, this whole org chart of people who can support you in your business. But don't be overwhelmed. This is going to start very small, one by one. We're going to add some strategic people to your team. And yeah. And so when you can't afford to hire, someone here on guest 2816 said can't afford to hire. That's fine in the beginning. And you can do all these things yourself, but you should plan on eventually hiring someone, right? Because otherwise you'll hit your upper limit in time, in energy, and in what you know too. There are people who know a lot more than you do. And there's people on my team, they do things so amazingly well. I have no clue how they do it, right? And I don't need to know because I have them. So you need to be comfortable in delegating and slowly bringing, support onto your team and letting go of this operator mentality, because then you'll never have any freedom. You'll never have any time away from your business. And it's really, really frustrating. So with that, we have, again, the 5 blocks. And my goal, my big wish for you is to at least start to become aware of one of them and make a plan and a commitment to remove them. So it's either your commitment level, right? So if you go in and out of commitment in your business, you need to say no more conditional commitment. I will be unconditionally committed to my business, right? Number 2, I have a feeling that many of you are blocked by number 2 with the missing hook or the message not being compelling, or you're trying to sell a product that your customers don't really want, or you don't know how to describe it. Also, number 3, undercharging. No more undercharging, and we talked a lot about why that's bad and why you should, go out there with an expert positioning right from the start. Number 4, we'll address a lot more tomorrow. Block number 4 was manual hope marketing. So no more hope marketing. We'll do lots of confetti, but we'll build a machine to turn confetti into money in your account. And then number 5, the operator mentality, right? So those are the 5 blocks that we see hold people back from scaling their business, starting it number one, but then also growing and scaling their income, multiplying their income, and doing a lot more with clients and building an amazing team. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow at 3. But before we go, I want to tell you about some of the buttons and the things that are going on below my chat there. You may have seen that. So when you scroll down on the YouTube page, okay, so Facebook, sorry, you can't see it, but we'll send an email later and you'll be able to get in there as well. We have 2 really, really cool things for you. So number one, because I know marketing is your biggest bottleneck, I know that. We have a program called Marketing Mastery, and it's usually $5,000. But for this challenge all week long, we have discounted it down to $14.97. Okay, so you can get into Marketing Mastery for only $14.97. And the best part, really, what I'm excited about is that it also gives you 2 tickets to our event. Now, if that's not what you want and you don't really want a program, you should get your free ticket no matter what. So From Passion to Profits Live is our big annual event. We've been doing it for 4 years in a row. So this is our 4th year. And this year we're doing it in New York City, right by Times Square at the Edison Ballroom. It's glorious, it's luxurious, it's exciting. It's like a big party, literally. But it's a party plus 3 days of intensive training. So the goal of From Passion to Profits Live is to show you all the steps you need to take to scale your coaching or consulting business to 7 figures and beyond. So you'll be hearing from me and my team and only 1 speaker. So this is not a pitch fest. This is not 50,000 speakers showing you all kinds of stuff and selling you high level. I will go deep with you, and we will cover through mindset all the way into hybrid programs, branding and positioning, marketing, Facebook ads, lead generation, social media, sales, and then also hiring. And so I'll walk you through this journey and this path. You'll have a binder, you'll have worksheets, and you will leave this event with a complete business plan for growing and scaling your business. So the event is for our clients. So we have all of our clients coming in. It's for our community. It's for you guys. And it's October 11, 12, and 13. So 3 days in New York City. Right now, if you go to our sales page, you can buy a ticket for $499. Okay, so $499. But because you're here with me right now and all this week, you can reserve a free ticket. And there's a $99 reservation fee. So this is how this works. You will pay $99 now to reserve your seat. And that shows us that you're actually coming and you're attending, okay? Once you show up live, we will give you the money back immediately. So you get an instant refund the minute you show up at the event. So we just want to have an accurate count. We want to make sure you're coming. You'll be there, and then you'll be able to spend 3 full days with us. And I can't tell you, the testimonials and the results, we literally had someone attend last year, and after the event, she hit her first 6 figures in her business. We have people getting clients, making connections, hiring people, having huge breakthroughs, right, in their mindset, in their business. And it's sort of like an IV, maybe this is a little, a gross idea, but I want to give you this drip feed into your business and give you everything I have in 3 days. So you could work with me for 6 months or maybe a year, or you can come to From Passion to Profits Live and get everything in 3 days. And it's essentially it's free this week, right? So you pay $99 reservation fee, and then we will be together for 3 days with my team, with Sarah. Sarah Proud is our speaker. She is all about manifesting and all about making your biggest dreams a reality. She has several hundreds of thousands of followers. She's in Australia. Sarah Proud is our keynote evening speaker. We have a networking gala on day 1 where we dress up in gowns and we have fun. So whether doesn't matter what niche you're in, how new you are, bring your spouse, bring your partner, bring your husband, bring your wife, doesn't matter. Bring your kids. You'll see my kids and my husband Boris there as well. So more below, if you're on YouTube right now, there is a purple button. Click on it. It'll send you over to our checkout page. And if you need more info, go to FromPassionToProfitsLive.com. It's the event page. So that's the good news there. And our replay, okay, so the replay of today's workshop and challenge will go out in a couple of hours once everything is processing, and it will be loaded on the replay page. So you'll have day one already there. And then over the next couple of days, you'll see all the replays being loaded on that page one by one by one, and it'll be yours forever. Okay, so you know me, I don't hold anything back. You can ask me anything. I'll be back in the chat here to answer questions. But my goal is to give you as much as I can in 1 hour per day. So literally, jam pack it in, because we don't hold anything back. And my belief is that when I give you a map and a vision and you see how it's done, you can either do it yourself, which is amazing, or you'll work with me even more and let me help you scale to new limits and new heights. So whatever happens, I win and you win too, which is pretty cool. So with that, let me check out one more time here on my page. Debbie says, thanks, Carolyn. Your programs are so thorough and work. I'm excited for the for Passionate Profits event in October. Yes, Debbie, you'll be there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kelly says, thank you. Megan, thank you, thank you. Diana, you have a ticket. Perfect. So I'll see you there. Christy, you're currently in our program. Awesome. She says, oh, thank you, Christy. It's the best teaching I've received. So grateful for you. Thank you so much. Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. So if you have more questions, come on back on the page. I'll be back checking in there with you. If you're watching on Facebook right now, check your email. You'll see a link to sign up for the challenge, to get a ticket, to, everything you need will be there. And if you can't find it, hit us up somewhere. Email us, message us. We will be there for you. Good? Good stuff? Awesome. All right, then I'll sign off for today. This was just the beginning, okay? So I wanted to set the stage for you today, get you started with some blockages, removing some of that stuff. I did not want to hit you with heavy-duty strategy right on day one, but it's coming, so you get ready. Tomorrow, we're going to go deep into marketing, the 4-step marketing campaign for you to get to 10, 20, 50,000. Literally, the sky is the limit in income every single month. Awesome. All right. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you. Love you all so much. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.